included especially the K-12 program, and mentioned that there are models who volunteered, model schools that volunteered sampling of their K-12 design. So I would like to also offer our model of Operation Brotherhood Professional High School. It's called professional because it's patterned after the European VOCTEC-oriented high school that would lead to employment right after a 6-year program. So the factors to qualify would be, you said, such a school should have industrial partner, should have a well-equipped laboratory, and should be supported by the community. Of course, qualified teachers is part of that. Operation Brotherhood Professional High School has existed since 1981. And it led to a culinary college. The curriculum starts as early as 4th grade, when the children are already exposed to agriculture production and cooking and marketing. So from intermediate grade school, the children are already aware that to have an eatery, you have to have the materials. So we have a farm in Alfonso. And each school has their own small farm and garden. The senior high school model is now very important to simulate or maybe inspire those who have to have such a program. Our curriculum has already included accounting, foreign language, and a law subject on person and relation. So I feel that extending the high school to 2 more years will be most welcome, because even our math subjects in calculus, trigo, etc. starts as early as intermediate grade school. From Dr. Mateo's explanation, the quality of basic education cannot start only in high school. It must already start from grade school, intermediate grade school. So the most difficult part here is the math and science. But I'm confident, because with the cosmic curriculum we use, getting into advanced science and math is already in place. But putting a 2-year extension of time is most welcome. The prepared environment, which we call is part of the system, has obliged us to set up very good kitchens. So stainless steel equipment, and our teachers are also trained. Sometimes our culinary instructor in college come down to high school. So there's a linkage between high school and college already. My question is, since you have 28 models, how do I go about proposing our model school?
You just have to send your intention to model the senior high school, addressed to the chairman of the Transition Management Committee, si ASEC Tonicito Umali, and of course submit the proposal. I think since we have already started the implementation of the senior high school, the modeling, maybe you will have yours, or you can start the modeling in 2013. But if you have the current already, yes, just submit that the framework or the documents that will show that you are already into the senior high school modeling.
As far as industry partnership, we have an Italian restaurant, and that relates to professional listing of licensed restaurants. So the students also practice there. But principally, since we only have one restaurant, the 4 other high schools have their cafe, lunchroom, which is also well equipped for practice. So every day, there are students working at lunchtime. Thank you. Luis,
Thank you for your initiative. Maybe we can invite you sometime to make some presentation. But first, probably you can submit your documents to Assistant Secretary Umali.
TESDA has often visited us, and we've invited them to Christmas bazaar, food bazaar, and such affair. So the name of the gentleman in charge is?
He is Assistant Secretary of Legal Affairs, si Tonicito Umali.
Okay.
Tonicito Umali.
Thank you.
We have time for one more question before we move on to the next activity. Yes, please. Please introduce yourself and where you're from.
I am
The
Vladimir.
mic, please use the mic at the back.
Good morning to everyone. I am Vladimir Cayabas of Baguio City, particularly from the Baguio Association of Private Technical Vocational Institutions. And I'd like to ask this question because I think it is timely that when we invited some personnel from the Department of Education to explain to us the ins and outs, if not the shorts and longs, and at the same time the gains in which we could get from K to 12 program, the reply was we don't have yet the clear guidelines, and still it's an opinionated things. So meaning that up to this time, according to them, that they're still waiting for the guidelines coming from the national office, ma'am. So that is my first question. The second question is I was able to see the NC1 or the National Certification Level 1, and I don't know if what would be the measure, because I think Tesla is not offering NC1 anymore, ma'am. Thank you very much.
First, on the guidelines on the K-12, we have Debit Order 31, if you could just download that. And second, about the NC, for the students under the basic education, we can only award our students the National Certificate 1 and 2. So the higher level, it would be under the TESDA. Kasi itong NC1 and NC2, these are the entry points. If you enter the field of work, you are a worker. No? NC3 and NC4, it's on the level of middle of supervisors na ito. So yun yung kanyang delineation.
My boss says we have time for 2 more questions since K-12 is a very important part of this program, of this discussion. So 2 more questions. Yes, please.
Hello, good morning, ma'am. I'm from Urban Techno. For a school that's not modeling or that does not participate in the modeling program but have already implemented basically most of what you have presented earlier, my concern would be on the seamless partnership between the private tech box school and TESDA, because our experience is that sometimes the process changes with regard our relation with TESDA, especially if we want our students to get certified. So could you please enlighten us on how best we should approach that kind of arrangement so that there's a seamless partnership between TESDA and the private secondary technical institution in terms of certification?
I can actually speak for TESDA, but based on our experience with them, we don't have any difficulty actually. Our students can undergo assessment as long as we have arrangement with them. We pay their assessment fee. No? So there is a package actually and they come to the schools or